Hey everyone, I want to give some feedback and just some kind of idea about the ninja pole through our experience with it, because when I was looking for some kind of review or opinion about it, I couldn't find anything, and it would have been really helpful back then. So let's not watch my face the whole time, and let's talk about the pole. To be honest, I expected anything and everything. I was very anxious about whether we could put it together properly or it might just fall apart under us. Surprisingly, we were fine. And I'm saying surprisingly because it wasn't up to our proper setup. For the first time, we did really bad job. But even with our terrible setup, the pole didn't move and it didn't feel unsafe. We got into some issues with the instruction manual and we missed a few things. It's not visible from our camera angles, but at the first occasion the pole wasn't even completely straight. For some reason we just missed using the ability of the joint, and after all we didn't want to start it over, considering how long it took in the first place. But the joint gives a large degree of flexibility, and if you aim for a relatively flat surface area, it's more than enough. Just don't forget to use it. Also, we didn't place the screws the right way into the ground, which I only realized later watching the video, but it was deep enough, strong enough, and it was still holding. We had plenty of difficulties with the straps and the ratchets. I never used stuff like this and I didn't think I should prepare. I very blindly trusted the instruction manual from Lupit, and to be honest, this part was the biggest downside of all. I mean, who on earth decided, let's release a unique type of pole with a completely new concept and let's give them the least visual instruction possible. I hate to say this, but this was the least useful and most confusing guide I have ever seen. And they didn't bother to link the existing video either. I found the video online, we relied on it after all. And this one is no one's fault, but we were out there already without shade. It was very bright and we barely saw the screen of our phone, which made it extremely hard to follow. And this added up to our setup time and added some additional frustration, obviously. Otherwise, the video is actually helpful. I think for us, the ratchets were the hardest job to figure out. This is explained in the video as well. It was very useful when I could already see the screen. And honestly, when you know what you are doing, it's actually ridiculously easy. But there might be people like us out there who have never seen anything like this before and might need some extra help. After the first occasion, then I took my time and watched the whole video multiple times at home. And I just tried out ways of using the straps, ratchets and adjusters. It's actually quite fun. I would recommend doing it beforehand if you have never seen anything like this. Two little things to mention with the base. Neither of them is a deal breaker, just a little surprising and annoying maybe. I'm not sure if this tool is a standard size or if it could have been slightly shorter, but it kept hitting the joint, which made it harder to use and obviously scratched the surface of the joint. Not a huge thing, I know, but it just would be nice if they don't get into each other's way. The other interesting thing is the cover for the screw, which I'm glad we have, by the way. For some reason, we expected it to be something like silicone or just a softer material, both for comfort and longevity. It's a hard plastic though. Again, not a huge thing, and there might be reasons for it. I can live with it, but I would prefer something softer, considering it's still kind of sticking out of the base. Now, the material of the pole might be a compromise for many. It's powder coated. Despite not being used to it, as I generally use chrome poles, I'm not against it, but it feels different. I did a few drops to see how my skin takes it, and the difference is not in the ability to do dynamic moves, but on a chrome pole I can go much longer before my skin feels tortured. I read through the 5 years of story on the creation of ninjapole, so I'm also aware of the consideration of weight and different weather conditions and durability. Accordingly, it's made for outdoor use, and for that the grip is actually nice. The pole feels very light. However, the coating still doesn't rule out everything. Sweaty or other skin conditions affect it as well, so grip aid is our friend. With the backpack, which is clearly designed for this pole, it's quite nice to carry with compared to having a whole pole on my back. It's still 15 kilograms, which can become heavy over a long distance, and to be fair, I will never learn like that with this bag. Also, depends on each person, but I'm not just taking it to the garden, and I don't live right next to a field or forest, unfortunately. Therefore, I have to go further out, and I have to pack additional stuff such as water, food, grip aid, or anything I might need out there, which all adds to the weight at the end. But compared to other available options to take a pole outside, this is still not a big deal for me. For additional stuff there is space, the bag is luckily large enough, and I even put a whole blanket in it last time. There is cushioning at the back, which helps with comfort, but the poles at the head can become bothering and even painful for my neck when I put my hair up. However, I don't think there would be a better way of designing this bag, so it's just a little compromise to adjust my hair to the purpose. The time requirement for the setup is a tricky subject, and it's hard to tell, can depend on person. Also, I'm sure it will always take longer than just a floor to ceiling pole. For us, the first time, and it's actually a little embarrassing, but with our lack of knowledge and preparation, it took a couple of hours. We didn't mean to give up, so we made it. But it shouldn't take that long. And if someone is not familiar with the equipment, again, I recommend watching the video beforehand. It helps a lot. The second time I did the whole thing myself, which took me less than an hour, while I was still figuring out a few things, and I managed to have the pole fall off while I was tightening the straps. I'm sure with some practice it will become much faster, but it might need some patience at the beginning, and just like with every other pole setup, at least for me, it usually takes longer at the beginning. That with the routine it becomes faster and faster. Let's talk about money. The costs might be important to some, it's important to me, and generally it feels less painful if I know what to expect. So above the price there are shipping costs. It's clearly on the website, and it depends on the country. However, in my example, in the UK, import fees and duties apply too. Only the import fee meant 20% of the product value plus duties. And FedEx applied some charges as they took the package and therefore paid the import fee in advance, so then I had to pay everything towards them. This amount of money added up to the cost of the product plus the shipping cost. So it can go up pretty much in certain countries, which needs to be calculated. And this amount is only my personal example. Everyone needs to check it for themselves. Overall, I was worried considering the lack of feedback on the Ninja poll. I was very skeptical about whether it would be a good idea to spend so much money before I had more information from other users. However, after all, I'm glad I took that risk. It gives such freedom that we usually don't have within poll, and it's just a whole new level of poll practice. So I had no intention to judge someone's 5 years of work. Clearly there is plenty of effort behind it, and it's an amazing piece with maybe a little compromising here and there. So yeah, that's all I can tell now, and I hope it helps to some if considering buying it. I personally love the product. With my friends we really love to use it. I wish we had it sooner, and I hope it will last for a very long time.